makeup inventory videos are one of my favorite videos to film. I do them twice a year, and essentially I go through every category and show you how much my collection has changed in the last 6 months. And before I jump in, I wanted to give a few quick rules of how I count things, and I try to keep these rules the same year over year so that the numbers that I compare are as comparable as possible. First off, I count eyeshadow singles as their own product, and I count eyeshadow palettes as their own product. But I do have a portion of the video where I count all the individual eyeshadow pans in my collection. And that way I'm able to more accurately see how many total eyeshadows I have and compare those over time as well. If a product is a travel size or a deluxe size, something that would take me at least a few weeks to go through, then I count that as a product. If it's just a blister pack of something or something that I realistically could finish in 1 or 2 uses, then I don't count that. And lastly, I do have some duos and face palettes, and I try to count each pan in that palette as its own product. And so for instance, I have this Charlotte Tilbury face palette. I would count this as 4 separate products. 1 highlighter, 2 blushes, and 1 bronzer. And I don't necessarily have any goals for any of these categories. I just like to be able to know the status of my collection and how many things I have in each category. Just having that in the back of my head is always useful to know, especially because I am trying to bring in fewer things and I am trying to focus on my oldest products so that they don't expire before I finish them. Ideally, I don't want any of the categories to balloon in size too quickly, but if there's some growth here or there, that's fine, it's manageable for me. And I am happy to say that some of my categories have gotten smaller since the last update, so I think things just even out over time. I'm gonna go in the same order I always do. I do eyes, face, and then lip products. So let's start with brows. In my last update, I had a brow stain and a brow pencil. I finished the stain like a month ago and I have not replaced it yet, even though I do really like that brow stain. So now I have 1 pencil left. This is a double-sided product though, and I've decided to just count that as 1. Next category is eyeliners, and this has changed so much. I had 5 last time and I now have 4, but I finished 4 eyeliners and then I brought in 3 to replace them. So the 3 essence liners on the right side of the newer picture, those are actually brand new. I went through some of those other eyeliners and they were okay. I chose not to replace them for one reason or another. And then I finished that nude liner from Essence. I always use that on my lower lash line, and I knew I needed to have that, so I bought it right away. I'm assuming that Wonder Skin green eyeliner will be finished before my next update. So once the Wonder Skin one is gone, I'll have a cream color, a black, and a brown. I might purchase some other colors if Essence has other colors in this line, but I might not. I might just be perfectly content with the choices that I have. Next up is eyeshadow primers. I have the same 3 that I had in my last check-in, but now I have another one from Sigma. This is the one that I'm actively wearing every day, and I don't imagine it will be in the next update. I think it'll be gone by then. And I like having a few different types of primers depending on the eye look I'm going for. The Ulta Beauty one is a clear one. The Jason Wu one is very pigmented. It's really light and it blanks out your lids to create like a cleaner canvas for eyeshadow on top. And the glitter primer is beneficial for sparkly shades. The next category is mascaras. I had 4 last time. I finished 2 of them, so now I only have 2. I'm actively wearing the Tower 28 one, and then I'll move on to the Wonder Skin one. And when it comes to purchasing a new one, I'll probably just go back and buy one that I know I really like. I remember liking the Essence ones. I do like that Ilia mini mascara, so I might go back to that one. Next is eyeshadow palettes. This one hasn't changed at all. I had 17 in my last update, and I still have the same 17 today. The only one that I'm thinking of maybe decluttering is that Too Faced Natural Nudes one. It's one of my oldest palettes. Every time I open it, I don't like the sparkly shades as much, but I love the mattes. And so I don't want to get rid of the whole palette just yet, but I don't know. I always go back and forth on that one. Now for eyeshadow singles, I've actually gone down by 5. I had 38 and now I have 33. I have finished a few single shadows, and then I purchased a single shadow from Give Me Glow as like a little birthday present to myself. And then I did pass on 3 of the Wonder Skin eyeshadow sticks to a friend. I'm actively trying to focus on my oldest eyeshadow singles because some of them are like 5+ years old and they're beautiful, and I just want to make sure I'm reaching for them more. So hopefully I'll have even fewer single shadows in my next update. And when we look at total eyeshadow pans, I've gone down by 6. I had 238 last time and I now have 232. The next category are face products. and we'll start with highlighters. I had 9 in my last check-in and I now have 10. I have all the same ones that I had previously, but I received a liquid highlighter product from Urban Decay in PR. I'm almost finished with that mini Vive highlighter, and I am actively trying to finish the Laura Geller one. I don't know if it'll be gone by the end of the year. I feel pretty optimistic about that. You never know. Sometimes powder products like that last way longer than you anticipate. For my blushes, I feel better now than I did at the beginning of the year. I had 33 blushes then. I finished a cream blush from Merit, and then I passed on 2 of the Lawless cream blushes to friends. I had a few friends over for a book club a couple weeks ago, and I chose to sanitize some of my newer products and pass them on to my friends if they wanted them. I figured I had so many gorgeous blushes already in my collection. If I had a relatively new one that I could pass on to a friend, I should probably do that. I'm actively working on the PYT Beauty powder blush and the M Cosmetics cream blush. I think I'll just focus on a cream blush and a powder blush until maybe I can work some out, but I really don't mind having a variety of products. I do love all of my blushes, so it's a large category, but it is one of my favorite categories. Next up is bronzers. This one has grown by 1. I purchased the Give Me Glow Bronze Bombshell bronzer in the bottom corner. I'm not actively trying to finish any of my bronzers right now. In fact, in my project pan, I'm just trying to get all my bronzers up to 50 total uses. So I'm actively reaching for all of these throughout the year. I might try panning some in the future, but I don't really have any immediate plans to do that. Next up is face powder. This has grown in number, but I tend to go through face powders pretty quickly. I have a very oily skin type, and I like to set my whole face after I've put on all my cream products. And I do have quite a few purple powders that I use specifically on my under eyes. So I had 5 face powders and I now have 8. The next one is concealers. This one has also grown. I finished quite a few concealers though in the last 6 months. I finished the Pixie color corrector, the Make Beauty, and the Vive concealer. And I think I finished the Exa green color corrector, but I repurchased it right away because I really like it. And then I did bring in a couple more green color correctors. I use green color correctors in my foundation every single day, and I like having a couple different undertones and just testing them all out. It would be really nice if brands would stop coming out with new green color correctors, and it would also be nice if I could practice some self-restraint. The next category has not changed at all. I had 11 foundations at the beginning of the year, and I still have the same 11, although I am almost finished with the Kojen Do foundation and with one of the Basma foundations, so this number might go down in my next check-in. Another category that has not changed, I had 1 powder foundation at the beginning of the year, and I have the same Fenty powder foundation now. This next category has changed so much, and I am so excited. I had 8 primers at the beginning of the year. I finished 2 of the Smashbox one, I finished the Milk Makeup one, and then I passed those Glow Recipe Dewdrops onto a friend who really loves those. And so now I only have 4. I have 1 for oil control, which I love for like special occasions, and then I have 3 more glowy ones. I'm actively wearing the Jason Wu one every day, and I love it. I feel like there was a period of time where I was receiving a lot of primers in PR and as gifts and stuff, and I wasn't actively purchasing them, but I just found that I was acquiring quite a few, and I'm working my way through them. My setting spray category has also gone down. I had 7 previously, and now I have 5. I finished the LH Cosmetics setting spray and both of the setting sprays from AOA or Shop Miss A, and then I received a mini all-nighter from Urban Decay and PR. I'm not a fan of the one size one, so I'm gonna finish it and then not purchase it again. I think moving forward, my ideal trio of setting sprays would be the Urban Decay all-nighter, the Charlotte Tilbury one, and then I really like the green microfine mist from e.l.f., probably more for like an everyday, more affordable version. So I imagine at some point that'll just be the main 3 ones that I have at all times. There was a point in time where I was trying to test out all of the setting sprays, and if there is a new one on the market that intrigues me, I might try it. But for the most part, I've tried a lot of different ones. I found that I really like those 3. So I imagine this category is only going to go down in number in the future. For lip liners, I really thought this category was going to go down because I've finished 3 lip liners this year. Granted, they were all very small, there wasn't a lot left, but yeah, I really thought, okay, so my numbers are going to be down. I forgot that I purchased 3 new lip liners from NYX, and I purchased them before I finished the old ones because I wanted to compare the old and the new formula of 3 shades. So I finished 3, but then I brought in 3. So the number is the same, but 3 of my oldest lip liners have been worked out. This category has also gone down. Again, I sanitized some of my newer lipsticks and I passed them on to friends who wanted them. I just figured I already have so much to work with. I would love to not see any lipsticks in my collection expire before I can finish them, or at least get a lot of use out of them. I still have plenty left. I have 43 and I had 49 before. I've also finished a few. I finished the Black Cherry lipstick from e.l.f. and the Charlotte Tilbury Walk of No Shame. I may have finished another one too, but it's escaping my mind. Maybe I didn't. Oh, no, I finished one of the lip stains from Wonder Skin. And then I finished a Sachu lip stain, but then I got another one, so that the Sachu in the 2 photos are different ones. But yeah, I'm actively trying to focus on my oldest lipsticks right now, so this number might be going down. I hope it goes down a little bit. But the reason I want that number to go down is because I want my oldest, closest to expiring lipsticks to be worked out. Next up is lip glosses. This category's also gone down, but I have brought a couple in. I finished the Lisa Eldridge Muse gloss, a couple of the Lawless glosses, the Honey gloss from Up You, and then I did get a couple in PR. So overall, this category is down. My Old Reliable liquid lipstick from Stila, it's the same one that I had last time. And lip balms has also gone up. I finished the Lawless lip mask, and then my sister-in-law gave me 2 of the Summer Fridays lip balms as a birthday present, which was so kind of her, because I do really like these lip balms a lot. And the rest of the lip balms have stayed the same. Overall, this is fine. I always keep at least one of these by my bedside table and wear them overnight, or just put them in my backpack or something, just something easy. And I am glad to have the Summer Fridays lip balms back in my life. So overall, my total number of products has gone down, and it's gone down in every major category. Only down by 1 in the face category, but I have gone down by 8 products in the eye category, 8 products in the lip category as well, which is great. Overall, my total number of products has gone down by 17 products in the last 6 months, which is great. I don't have any specific goals or specific numbers I'm trying to reach. It's always more important to me to make sure that my oldest products are being focused on, more so than having like a certain number of things. But I will say I'm trying to be much more picky about the products I'm purchasing. I'm not on like a strict no buy or anything, but I'm just really trying to make sure the things I bring in are very intentional, and I'd like to slow down the momentum of how quickly things come in. I don't know if my empties video has come up yet, or if it's going to be the next video coming out, but I went through 8 makeup products in the month of July. I am just actively working through the things that I have, and that is bringing me so much more satisfaction than purchasing new things right now. So I think I'm just going to continue doing that. I don't think I've ever finished that many products in 1 month. I really think just everything was super close to being done, and it all happened at one time. But anyway, that's everything I have for this update. I do have biannual updates. Is that what it's called? I have twice a year updates, at least since 2021. So if you'd like to see those, I have an inventory playlist. But in the meantime, that's everything I have. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you in my next video.